Hi, good afternoon, Omaha. I'm ex reporter Devon Thompson, and I'm going to be doing sports this afternoon. So, did you hear about the Sioux situation? Detroit Lions' best football player lying about getting into a car accident. How childish. He had one female in the car with him and two males. He said he didn't have anyone in the car with him. The female has a black eye and had to get 6 stitches. And he didn't even have the nerve to take her to the hospital.
A cut upper eyebrow that took 5 stitches, a black eye, and a busted lip. These are the injuries suffered by a passenger in Indomitian Sue's car. She asked us not to identify her.
When the light turned green, he floored it. And then it just felt like we kept hitting things.
Make somebody come pick her up and take her to the hospital. Come on, son. You really didn't want to take that poor chick to the hospital?
He was driving recklessly?
Yes.
And would you go so far as to say he lied on that police report?
If he told them that he was driving 25 miles an hour, which is the posted speed limit there, that is not the truth.
Sue told police he was just trying to pass a taxi cab when he lost control of the car. 3 people inside, no one hurt. Indomitian Sue's car hit a curb, this light pole, a fountain, and finally came to rest on this tree at 3rd and Burnside.
Come on, Sue. Just like you probably didn't want them to take old boy to the hospital the way you stepped in his face last week. Come on, Sue. Get your head in the game. You already suspended. You want to get suspended again?
I'm ex-reporter Devon Thompson.
I'm Coach Alon Page.
And we're going to be reviewing food at TGI Fridays. As you can see, they have an amazing decoration. Rock and Roll Avenue, the Blues Brothers, Disco Ball, wine bottles, astronauts. I mean, they have it all. What more could you want?
And it's great for adults to be here because they have TVs for football, hockey, and they have bars for drinks. So that's another good reason why people come here.
Well, if you must know, I had to take off my sweater, go down on this Jack Daniel and Parmesan food. I'll keep it smack. And then after that, I'm going to get back to you and tell like it is.
Well, food so far is delicious, but this I've never tried before. I'm hoping it's gonna be good, and I'm gonna get back to you and tell you like it is.
As you can see, the meal was magnificent.
Not only was the food great, but the service was great. As you can see here, Mary was a wonderful
You get a 3-course meal for $16.99. You really can beat that. With great service from Mary, we get TGI Fridays, 2 knobs, and that's done it like it is for restaurants.
Thanks, Mary.
You're welcome.
Did you know Omaha has the number 3 homicide rate for black males, the number 3 poverty rate for blacks, and the number 1 poverty rate for kids under 13? Well, I think that that's a shame. And I also think that Omaha, we need to get it together. I mean, come on. We're getting killed day after day after day. All these black on black crimes. I mean, come on. Me and my co-host Alon, we're trying to make it better so these other races won't think that black people are just ignorant and they do what we're just falling right into their trap, doing what they want us to do. Act ignorant. We just shoot each other for no reason. I mean, you have no reason to take someone's life like that. And this week on Tell It Like It Is, we're going to be taking it to the streets and getting the real deal on all the unnecessary violence in North Omaha. All of these young black men getting killed day after day after day. I'm here with Miss Candace McLemore, and I'm going to be getting the real deal.
Hello.
So, Miss Candace, what do you think about all the unnecessary violence in North Omaha?
Oh, I think it's just a disgrace to our city. It's only 5% blacks, and we really should be sticking together and not fighting one another.
I agree. I mean, young black men need to stick together nowadays because, I mean, come on. We just need to stick together as a race and as friends and as a nation. And we can't just be killing each other over a dumb color. I mean, come on.
Yeah, every other race normally stick together, but we as black people, we do not. And this must change, but it needs to start with ourselves. You know, we can't expect for someone else to do something and we're not doing anything ourselves. So it needs to start at home first, I think, with raising our children.
Yes.
And we need to spend more time with them and give them more activities to do.
I agree with you 100%. And that's telling it like it is.
Today I have with me Miss Priscilla MacGyver. So, what do you think about all the unnecessary violence in North Omaha?
I feel that it's unnecessary. I mean, we're losing a lot of young people to violence over sex and gangs, and it's just not right. They wonder why black men in this community is going extinct because we kill each other over nothing. And I just recently lost my cousin to violence, which was unnecessary, but it's just how it is. People kill each other for no reason.
I mean, and mothers are just losing all of their children to unnecessary gang violence. And most young black men don't even have fathers in their life. And all they have is a mother. And young black men love their mothers. And they're just losing their children every day to unnecessary gang violence. And that's telling it like it is. I got it. Now you're going to hear from ex-gang member Chevis Johnson.
More of a gang-related t-shirt.
Inside his old gang jersey,
Nickname on the back.
dozens of reasons why Chevis Johnson left 36th Street.
Al James Mickles. Another guy I ran with, Nathaniel Jackson. This was my cousin, Day Day.
Johnson says he's lost nearly 40 loved ones to gun violence.
It's gonna find you. It's gonna catch up with you sooner or later.
Hoping to help kids make better choices, Johnson brings these obituaries to their schools. He also takes them to jail cells, even funerals. Johnson says he finally found his way out in faith, and in December 2010, after 10 years of community service, the city of Omaha hired him as the community liaison for Omaha Police Department's gang unit. Trying to help police make a breakthrough, trying to save lives, with 36 homicides in Omaha this year alone.
We have a purpose problem. When people don't know their purpose, they resort to other things, whether it's guns, drugs, gangs.
Johnson's purpose? Helping others find theirs.
Do you want to live this lifestyle for the rest of your life? Because there is no retirement, there's no pension. You can't retire as a gang member, and all of a sudden the government's going to be paying your way for the rest of your life.
In Omaha, Natalie Glucklich, KETV, Newswatch 7.
North Omaha, we need to stop all the unnecessary violence. Come on. Ace reporter Devon Thompson reporting weather for the first time. We were out of school today due to the weather, and I was hoping I'll get another free day tomorrow, but the weather is getting lighter, so that's probably not going to happen. As you can see, the back streets haven't even been plowed yet, but they're still doing okay. The police aren't taking calls unless someone is injured. And as you know, the streets can be a little rugged in North Omaha on a snow day. There is no one out. Everyone is in their houses being nice, warm, and cozy. Ace reporter Devon Thompson on the scene. As you can see, the main streets are great. You can't hear me over the loud roar of the cars, but that's great. People are still going to work. The buses are still running. Unfortunately, for those of you that work, you're still going. Me, on the other hand, I have a free day to school. 2 weeks we're coming to you with a show about drugs, the negative influence on your body they have. Hello, I'm Ace reporter Devon Thompson.
I'm Coach Alon Page.
And we're at the Iowa caucus today. We're going to be getting the real deal on the caucus and politics in Iowa. We're going to be getting people's opinion, who they're voting on, who they think going to win. We're going to get people's opinions on why they even came to vote, because a lot of people don't come to vote. So we're just going to get all the real deal and stuff. And we'll talk to you later after we get them. Look at all these people. They're here at the caucus to vote. And not many young people or a lot of older people don't vote that much. And look at this great turnout. All types of ages are here. Even employees are voting. Well, I'll get back to you later and tell it like it is. Jack and Jill's going to be good in Tower House.
I think the city will be pretty good too.
Yeah, it seemed like a pretty good one. I'm Ace reporter Devon Thompson.
I'm co-host Alon Page.
And we're going to be reviewing the movies Jack and Jill, The Sinner, and Tower Heist. And when we get back, we're going to... I'm Ace reporter Devon Thompson, and I'm here to tell it like it is. I'm going to be doing a movie review today on Tower Heist. So, it had a great African American cast in it. It was full of comedy, action, drama. What else would you want? Now, here's the clip.
The average apartment in the tower costs $5.6 million. We have the best views, most advanced security systems, but you know what these people are really buying? White neighbors?
Ago, the tower's richest resident was released into federal custody under house arrest here at his penthouse apartment.
Did he get your money too?
Yeah, he did.
If you need me, I'll be living in this box. I made bail.
How come you're bailing me out? Now I can know your name. Your memory can change very quickly. You have to be ready to adapt to the situation at any moment.
I got your ski hats. No, masks. I said ski masks. But the guy said these would keep us the warmest.
Please go room. That's it. I don't want you talking to me for the rest of the robbery.
First thing you do, you gotta find the entry point. You gotta use your fingers when you find the entry point. You married?
No, I ain't married.
We give both these movies 2 nods, and that's telling it like it is.
No matter what Democrat or Republican, if he likes to be the president, he will vote, you know. But I'm not sure. I'm asking him who he wants. I said I cannot decide yet.
You only have to decide.
No questions.
Well, if you were the
Choices like all the, as I was always saying, like if it's yellow.
who would be the best candidate?
Remember, like it was
Obama. We're not for any of those.
We're both Democrats.
Yeah, we don't want any of those.
Very interesting. But can I ask you, if you guys were Republicans, who would you think would be the best candidate?
Like the whole thing was yellow.
Not a single one.
I always liked Elizabeth Dole. I don't think she's there tonight though.
No, I don't think so either. So they're all way too conservative.
Thank you for your...
You're welcome. Actually, we're not residents of Iowa, so we are not.
Okay, well, who would you caucus for if you could?
Mitt Romney, probably. I know this sounds horrible, but just because he's the most mainstream, he's the only one I've heard about. What's her name? Not Maybach. That is not the right name.
Michelle Bachmann.
Bachmann. There we go. She kind of scares me. And who's the other guy? Starts with an S. I saw him on CNN this morning. I'm usually so good at this. I promise. No, not Ron Paul. He's. My mom likes him, but I don't.
Well, back to Mitt Romney, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback on him. So I'm guessing your opinion is good. I really had no comment on any of it, but I'm guessing your opinion is good on Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney seems like the most consistent in my own religious beliefs. I'm a Roman Catholic, and he's Mormon. And so there's some like, I don't like his religious views and his views on gay marriage, but beyond that, I think he is an excellent candidate. It's the only thing holding me back.
Thank you for your input.
Thank you. I appreciate you asking.
This is a remarkable story. This man was left for dead politically throughout much of his 2012 campaign until the very end. Heck, he was left for dead politically after his 2006 Senate loss to Bob Casey. And now here he is, the Mike Huckabee of 2012. Everybody makes a big deal of how Santorum spent tons of time in Iowa. And that's true, but don't forget, he has also spent a great deal of time in New Hampshire and South Carolina. Do not underestimate that. And one thing we learned Tuesday night in Iowa is not to underestimate Santorum.
Tino was a surprise. Looks like Romney only won by 8 votes. I was surprised. Most people said they were voting for Romney, but Soprano, he surprised us. And that's on the Hello, I'm S reporter Devon Thompson, and I'm here outside the TAC building along with the rest of the media, bringing you the exclusive story on Freddie Gray. Now, they said she knew the personnel on the superintendent, But I think personally that they're just trying to do that because Ben Gray City Councilman is her husband. They're trying to take her presidentship today, and after that, I believe that they're going after the job. But we're here to represent and not let them do it. Although the board heard a lot of concerns from the public tonight, they still had to make a vote for and against people such as ex-Senator Ernie Chambers, OPS educators, and administrators.
If 8 of you believe that I am not the person to lead us forward, then I ought not. I do want to continue as president.
When she had said there are sexually explicit emails for 2 grown women to say they didn't know what that meant, I think boggles the mind.
And I think that what we have here tonight is a witch hunt on Freddie Gray.
And we weren't surprised that the Republicans took this as an opportunity to attack Miss Gray.
The reason I've come today was to ask you to resign, Ms. Gray.
The bottom line is, even if Ms. Gray withheld information, I think that if she did that, it was to save Omaha and OPS as a whole.
And I think the alternative is a little censored and not to throw Freddie Gray off because she has the real experience on the kids, and Ben Gray is a volunteer majority of the time, and I believe that the Republican Party pulled parts of it out, parts of it in, but forgot the state's guidelines on personnel matters. Thank you.
I have not seen anybody suggest there's a pattern of misbehavior. I've not seen anybody suggest that by doing this on purpose, somehow she personally benefited from it. It seems to me that that's what you should be looking at when you decide whether you want her to be your president or not.
I really feel that she acted in the best means, with the best intentions, to keep this board and this district safe.
Surprisingly, it came out 8-4 in her favor. And we are glad, me and the rest of OPS students, that we have a good president. And I'm just telling it like it is.
I'm glad that she got to stay, and continue to be a member to the Omaha Public School Board. The improvements have helped over the years since she's been on board, so we've seen a lot of changes for OPS.
I was voting for Miss Gray to go.
Can you tell me why you were voting for her to go?
Because the withheld information I didn't like. And I lost my trust in her because she withheld information. And as one of the men said there, she never said she made a mistake. She did not acknowledge at any time or at any point that she made a mistake.
Miss Freddie was going to go or stay?
I knew she was going to stay because of the very issue that's at hand here, the internal politics. All of those people had made their positions pretty clear ahead of time. So this was, in some respects, a very valiant effort at transparency that the public could have their say, but the discussion and the decision had been made by those individual voting members before 6:30 tonight.
So did you think that were you for her to go? Or
now that is the real question, and I think she should stay. Mr. Wayne talked about the idea of a mistake, and that connotation is probably not up for debate. But the chronology of how events happened between Des Moines Public Schools and Omaha Public Schools, Miss Gray did nothing that would require her to divulge everything that she knows as president.
Were you for Freddie Gray or did you want her to leave?
Well, the way I feel about it is that important information was kept away from the members of the board. I feel that the board members should have been advised.
Do you think they were targeting her because Councilman Ben Gray was her husband?
I do not think that that is why they are targeting her. I think that it ups her political and community profile. You can't help but recognize the fact that there's 2 very personable and powerful human beings who are both in elected and or high-profile community events that are married to each other. That magnifies the effect. But I don't think that that is why she was being targeted.
I'm Devon Thompson. and I'm just telling it like it is.